What's up, everybody? So, the government basically can do whatever the hell they want. They could break the laws of physics. They can steal from us, but if we steal from them, we get in trouble. We counterfeit, we get in trouble. We rob in a store, we get in trouble. You know, it's the law not to do these certain things, but for the government, there is no law because they make up the law and all that shit. They could break the law, but if we break the law, it's bad. You know, they want to have complete power over us. Hooray for them, and the hell with us. We gotta just, you know, kiss their feet and literally keep being obedient tools to them. We gotta pay them taxes. We gotta, whatever we get paid on our check, we gotta get it taxed to them. The government could always steal and make our lives a living hell. And that's perfectly okay. You know, it's perfectly okay. However, if we try to beat the system somehow, however way we think about trying to beat the system, and we get caught, we're going to prison, man. We're going to jail. You know, the government could literally get away with murder. They could get away with whatever the hell they want to do, because literally they're like, they own the planet. Literally, they own the planet. People say this planet's part of God. This is God's planet. First of all, I'm not saying I believe in God or don't believe in God, but I could definitely tell you this ain't God's planet, at least not anymore, because it's literally run by the devil. And the devil is the government. It's not run by God. Whatever God created, it's completely hijacked by the government. If God even created this in the first place. You know, I'm not going against anyone's religion. I'm not saying God's BS, God's real, God's not real. I have no idea. I respect everyone's beliefs and disbeliefs. But what I am definitely saying is, this doesn't feel it's God's planet anymore. This has literally been hijacked and turned the other way around. This is the devil planet. This is literally Satan. You ever go to church and they say peace to all the people on earth? That's a bunch of crock of shit. There's barely any peace here. There's never peace here. There's so many problems here that prevent us from being at peace. That's the reason why they say when you die, he's finally at peace. He's resting in peace. Sad we can't do that now while we're alive. We got to be dead to be so-called rest in peace. You know, may he rest in peace. He was a good man. He was a good such and such, or she was a good such and such. You know, may she finally rest in eternal slumber. You ever hear that saying too? We don't get that type of slumber and peace here on this earth. All we get here on this earth is stress, anxiety, pressure, health problems, you name it. A whole bunch of variety of problems. Because all we do our whole life is work, just to pay bills. Whatever we get paid gets taxed to the government. If we win the lottery, however much it is, it's going to get, some of it's going to get, not even some of it, a good amount of it gets, I don't know how much percentage it gets taxed, but everything literally gets taxed to the government. They always got to have a piece of the pie. And you're lucky if you still even have any piece of pie left after they take your piece of the pie. That should be your piece instead they're taking it. Where I'm from, and I said this many times, New York, the roads here are terrible. It makes you wonder, they leave the roads like this on purpose so cars keep getting fucked up. Your tire goes bad, your axle, whatever. Flat tires and shit. It's like things that we're paying taxes for so things could be fixed. It's not even doing anything. I say to myself every day, what are we paying taxes for? For horrible roads, for street lights that don't turn on at night? That's the least problem. I care more for the roads. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, nothing gets accomplished. They just literally throw a party with your money. You're working, busting your ass to throw that money to them. And then whatever they do with it, whatever the hell they spend it on from there, it's not what they really should be doing. Instead of putting it on fixing the fucking roads, fixing this, whatever. It's all bullshit. The government are broke. The government cry they're in need. Meanwhile, The government, like I always say, invented this stupid concept, and they take money out of us like you won't believe. So how could they be broke? They could counterfeit millions and millions of dollars, and if we just counterfeit a single dollar bill, we'll go to jail. Imagine that shit. Let that sink in for a few moments. Think how fucked up that sounds. Heck, if we counterfeit 1 cent of a penny, we'll go to jail for it. 1 cent of a penny. Just a single cent. We just somehow managed to counterfeit it. If that's even possible. I'm just saying as a joke, but just literally showing you right there, we'll get in trouble. But they can get away with everything, man. They can do whatever they want. They could poison us. They could put things in the air that we don't even know about. They could put things in our food that's probably killing us, which in a way, when you think about it, McDonald's, things like that, it's all unhealthy stuff. But don't get me wrong, I do love Quarter Pounders, and I know someone here in the comment sections is a big fan of Quarter Pounders, and I respect that. I love Quarter Pounders, man. But all this shit's unhealthy. Why do they sell it? Because all they care about is this. They don't care about your health. They don't care about what it could do to you in the long run. Heart attack, you know, diabetes, all that bullshit, you know. You think they give a damn? Of course not. They only care about this. What do you think why they sell cigarettes? They know it's bad for you, but they know there's people that suffer from addiction and can't help it, and that's what they feed you. We're literally feeding them. Think the government care for us? You think the government have a heart? They have zero hearts, dude. Like I said, this is, you want to know if hell's real? You want to know if there's such things as the devil? The government. This planet. This is hell. This is a prison. This is whatever the hell you want to call it. But it ain't no heaven. I can definitely tell you that. There's so many stupid people, unfortunately, out there that if you were to tell that this is what the government are doing, they're doing this certain thing, well, just say whatever experiment, they'll be so surprised. They'll be like, no way, how could they do that or whatever? You know, you get like, or they may not even believe you, period, or they're just in denial. They just can't believe it. Meanwhile, I say to myself, none of this shit's a shock. If I wake up tomorrow and I see some guy acting like a zombie, it wouldn't even be a surprise, because the government are always up to something. They're always doing experiments. They're always testing shit. Well, let's see how humans react to this. Will these people die? Will this, whatever. It all in the long run adds because of this. Money's the reason for everything, man. They don't care about you. They only care about you for what you could bring to them, what you could bring to the table for them. That's all we're good for. Like I said in plenty of my friggin' videos, we're tools. We're literally owned by them. You know, we're owned by them. We have no choice but to bow on our knees or whatever and say, yes, master, because that's literally all we can do. We have no motherfucking choice, man. And just to prove that we kiss the government's ass and we just accept it is we reproduce. We reproduce. We're okay with the way life is. We're okay with being a bunch of puppets to them. And just to prove that we're okay with it, we have kids. All right, son, now I want you to go do this too, all right? You know, I did it long enough. All the headaches now, I can't take it anymore. I got to pass it to someone. Let me pass it on to my son. Let me pass it on to my daughter or whoever. This is the biggest no-no that I look at right here, that people should stop fucking doing. That's another way of saying you're just cool with the government whipping us, you know? And we're so cool about it, we'll just keep reproducing it. And now the poor kids got to get whipped. And I'll be damned if I got to get whipped any further. But seriously, man. What the government truly doesn't want is awoken smart people. They want us as dumb as rocks, if not dumber than rocks. And we actually proven to get to that extreme of dumb. But when people are more awoken and see for what life is, that's their biggest fear. Because think of how many people, if everyone was like me and whoever else that's watching this video that has actual common sense, not even that he's smart or a genius, just has common sense, that's just actually awoken and just sees a clear picture of what this whole hell is all about. If everyone had this mindset, the hamster wheel would go extinct. The hamster wheel would have to eventually, once and for all, stop spinning. Then what goes on? No one's going to work. No one's going to get them. No one's going to kiss their ass anymore. The system collapses. But that's the thing. There's not enough awoken people like me and whoever that's watching these videos. There's a lot of stupid people that just keep going along with it, reproducing, having more kids, and this is what keeps everything going and going and going and going and going. It's just a vicious cycle that just continues and goes and goes and goes and goes. You'll be long gone, but the new generation that you created, they'll take care of it. Then their generation will take care of it. Then their generation, it's just the system won't ever collapse. We're collapsed, but not the system. They don't care if we collapse. But boy, if they collapsed, whew, my God, you know. That's literally how it is. Take it or leave it, accept it or don't accept it, but that's just the honest truth. The government gotta have the piece of the pie for everything. You win a certain thing, like the lottery, for example, it's gotta be taxed. You get paid on this, you gotta get taxed. You work, you know, you're good on the books for a while. At the end of the year, you gotta pay taxes. You always gotta get money from you. You can never just keep your money. It's like you always gotta throw. I'm not saying you throw all your money away, but you do throw a good portion of it, and you barely have anything left. When all that could have just been profit to you. You're giving it to these scumbags. What the fuck do they need it for? Do the roads look better? No, at least not here. I don't know. I mean, I don't know in other countries, but not here. It's all a bunch of bullshit, man. All a bunch of bullshit. We literally give these suckers everything. They got to get a piece of the pie for everything. They got to get involved with everything. It's unbelievable. Then you wonder why a lot of people try to work off the books, try to hide it so they could claim what they make is, you know, try to have, you know, money. Instead of always having to throw most of it to them. Tax and all that bullshit. Try to work off the books so, you know, it's not in the system or whatever, and they actually have that good amount of money. Of course, if they get caught though, that's the thing. If we try to do this, just proven right here, when you try to do shady things and you get, let's say, caught, you're in big ass trouble. But the government could do shady things all the time, and it's perfectly okay because they invented all this bullshit. It's only a one-way thing. How they got to have it their way. We don't count how we want it, or, you know, to at least make it fair. It's how they want it. We got to just accept it whether we want to or don't want to. We have no choice. Just like it's pretty obvious, for example, with euthanasia. Why ain't it legal? Why dogs, cats, or any animal that we have as a pet, when it gets sick, we could put down? Why can't it be for us? They'll lose, you know, a lot of money if they do that. We're their tools. We're their money-making machines. And if we die, they're going to stop collecting. See, an animal, there's nothing to collect. Well, unless you take him to the vet, you get what I mean. But a human, it's different. Our suffering is what makes them money in their pockets. Literally. All our hard work goes basically to them more than it does to us. Proven's that with getting taxed. It's disgusting. Now, what makes it more disgusting is how people don't see anything wrong with it. And then again, you do have people that see a lot of things wrong with it, but they just have the attitude, that's the way life is, man. Gotta just deal with it, which is true. But you being stupid saying that and then bringing another kid into the world to just tell him or her that, be smart and prevent having another kid in the world. Don't have no kids and don't bring no kids in the world. Since you know life is fucked up and you have that attitude to say that's the way life is, which is true, it is the way it is, nothing you really can do about it. But there is actually one good thing you possibly could do about it, is not bring another poor soul into this hell of existence. And that's the thing we slack to do. We just bring more people here, then we rub it and say, well, that's the way life is, man, tough luck, I dealt with it. So in other words, I dealt with it, now the problems go to you, now you got to deal with it. You know, it's just big red flag right there, man. And those are people I just can't stand. At least be smart and say, you know what, yes, you're absolutely right, it's the way life is, don't have a kid. But that's the thing, people just keep feeding the system. People just keep feeding into the trap. We're literally just we're just being born in a trap. Literally, we're just being born in a booby trap. And that's what this world truly feels like. You know, it's truly what it is. It feels like a big giant booby trap. You know, it's like we have no idea what we're getting ourselves into. We're not even born. Here we are, babies, not knowing a single thing. of not even realizing we were just born into a booby trap. That's literally what parents do, creating kids into a booby trap. That's literally what we're friggin' doing. It's literally proven a fact that people just sadly don't see. I mean, I don't know what runs through people's minds, but it amazes me. I mean, it's just crazy to know that here we are, randomly brought into a booby trap, and now these are the responsibilities we got to do. And if we don't do it, we'll have no interest in doing it or not being able to handle doing it. We get criticized and put down all bunch of things. Meanwhile, I say to myself, what the hell is this? Why am I here? What the hell just happened? That's like being born in World War I or whatever, and then, here, take this gun and start firing. Kill. Who do I kill? How do I know he's the enemy? How do I, like, how do you... It's just like, it's just a big question mark. Like, what the hell is all this? Why the hell am I here? What the hell just happened? What just happened? That's like the big question mark. Literally just born into a booby trap full of problems, full of responsibilities, full of pressure. To just eventually go back into a non-existent state once more? Why the hell did I come out of this non-existent state? This is something I just can't stress enough. I have all these hard things to worry about. How am I going to survive? How am I going to be able to keep up with these pathetic bills that just never effing stop? To just one day not even have anything to worry about, to just be dead. Not sure if there's an afterlife or not, but I would be pretty sure that once I'm dead, I'm hopefully away from this life, or even if I'm still lingering in this life as a ghost, let's say, still I don't got to pay no bills. I just float around and shit. I don't know. Woo, look at me, I'm a ghost, But I mean, seriously, man, I mean, we have all this pressure. We got to know this. We got to know what this stupid thing means, what that that stupid thing means. To one day truly not know what anything means, because you won't be anything. You'll be nothing. And you won't even know that you're nothing, but you're nothing. You ever hear the saying, we become nothing? We become something to become nothing. So, like, I don't know, I'm saying the saying wrong, but what I'm trying to say is whether we become something or don't become anything, in the long run, we're still going to become nothing. You're rich, you're dead. You're going to die. You're poor, you're going to die. If you're a multi-billionaire, you're still going to die. No amount of money in this world could prevent you from eventually dying. Maybe it could prolong your lifespan. If you have certain problems, money could probably prolong your lifespan in ways, but it ain't gonna prolong it forever. We're all gonna die. Doesn't matter if we die young, doesn't matter if we die old. Death is death. When you're dead, you're dead. There's no difference. It's just, you died younger, whatever, or you died older, but whatever, you're dead, you're dead. People say, oh, he missed out a lot on life. Well, one day we're gonna miss out regardless. And what I truly say to myself, what the hell are we truly missing on? What are we missing out on? Paying bills, working, worrying how I'm going to get this bill done, how I'm going to get this done, this problem happens, how am I going to fix that? I fix this problem, another problem. I mean, it's literally like an alphabet. I solved the problem A, now I got to deal with B, whatever problem B offers. Let's say I managed to get B, C, D, E, and it just keeps going all the way to Z. Then what? It restarts back to A again. It's like it continues. The alphabet just repeats itself. The alphabet of headaches. The alphabet of misery. That's what we'll be missing out on once we die. Yeah, that's a true blessing to be missing out on that. If you ask me, it's worth missing out on that shit. What the hell am I really going to be missing out on? That's something I truly ask myself. I wish someone could give me a solid answer to that, because the thing is, you really can't. You really can't. You really fucking can't. It's almost like when people say it's sad he died young or she died young, he missed out on such a future of life, or like he missed out so much on life. The truth is, we're going to be dead regardless one day. And when we're dead, we're going to be missing out on things. It's like saying, for example, if I die tonight, let's say, or whenever, like tomorrow, I'm going to miss the iPhone 16. I'm going to miss the iPhone 17. Whatever, who cares? Now, let's say I make it to 100. By then, it'll probably be the iPhone 200 or whatever the hell. So when I die, I'm gonna miss the iPhone 201, 203. Who cares? When you die, it's something that's gonna happen eventually. You know, it's something that's gonna happen. It's not like we're gonna live forever. It's like we almost make it sound like we're gonna live forever, and when someone dies, it's a true heartbreak. I mean, it's sad because you miss that person, but really, what is that person truly missing out on? He didn't get to graduate, he didn't get to go to college, he didn't get to get a job. That's an embracement to fucking escape all that shit. At least I say. That's a fucking embracement. You mean he missed out on going in debt from college, most likely? That's something to be truly thankful to miss out on that. I don't get people, guys. I don't. It's just sickening. The diesel trains pass by, so I'm gonna shut it until it pass by. It's too loud. That shit got mad loud. As soon as I stopped the video, it got even louder, so I just didn't want to make people go deaf, especially in case people are wearing headphones. But yeah, I mean, seriously, what the hell will we be truly missing out on, man? Let's say I went to college, right? And I'm in debt, and then all of a sudden I almost got my stupid degree, and so happened I get a heart attack and die. Family gonna be like, oh, he almost graduated, he could have started a nice career. Yeah, and I have to pay my debt all over again, and I'm God knows how much in debt after college. To me, it's a blessing I escaped that shit, if anything. First of all, we want to get myself in that situation to begin with, but you get what I'm trying to fucking say. There's truly really nothing to miss out on. Now, with that being said, I'm not just saying kill yourself or any way like that, but what I am saying is when people, shockingly die young, like, people that just randomly go to sleep, let's say, and then they die, and then people say, oh, he had such a future ahead of him. Yeah, a future of headaches, a future of torment. A lot of people say, oh, he liked his life. Well, whether he liked life or didn't like life, it doesn't matter, because you're just gonna die regardless one day, so he just got it now. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't fucking matter. Because you never know. He may have a good life, she may have a good life, but who knows? That's another actually perfect example of saying he has such a good life ahead of him. What if a whole life ahead of him turned upside down? People don't think of those things. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but it could. You could be healthy now, and then later on in the future, things can go downhill. You may develop some kind of illness, mental illness, terminal illness, whatever type of friggin' illness. So him dying young, maybe he somehow prevented and escaped what was sadly would have happened if he would have kept going on. That's the thing. People don't think about the whole picture. We treat life like this is something that's going to last forever. I mean, we all hear the saying, you only have one life or whatever the hell. Live it up. But like I always say, how the hell do you live it up when you're not doing something you truly want to be doing? There's so much things you'd rather be doing that work's getting in the way of it. School, studies, things like that are getting in the way of it. And then somehow if the person dies, they say he had such a whole life ahead of him. What if the whole life ahead of him wasn't going to be so bright like you think it would be? Maybe it will be, but that's the thing. No one truly questions the whole picture. No one truly questions the whole picture. He's healthy now. Like, for example, I'm healthy now. Who knows in the long run what could go wrong? There's so many things that can just turn upside down. There could be a real happy person, and somehow later on in life, something could be so bad that you hear he let's say he committed suicide, and then you look at that person like, holy shit, I would never expected that. He seems so happy. Some people fake that they're happy, or some people are happy, but something down the road changes, goes bad, where somebody from once being happy to now miserable. Once you're dead. Hold on 1 second, people walking by. Anyway, as I was saying, once you're dead, you ain't got nothing to worry about. When you're alive, you got tremendous things to worry about. You got to worry about your health. You got to worry, what you eat, what you do. You got to worry about exercise. You got to worry about all these things. When you're dead, you ain't got to worry about a single thing. There's no such thing as what if when you're dead. What if, God forbid, this happens? What if, God forbid, that happens? None of that matters when you're dead. So that's like a headache right there down the toilet, and long flush down, no plunger needed, went down, you're dead. You can never really go wrong with being dead. Because whether you were suffering alive or not suffering alive doesn't make a difference. You're dead, you're dead. Now you won't suffer either way. You could be healthy now. Who knows down the road what you may develop. Maybe you won't develop nothing. Maybe you have a whole healthy entire life ahead of you. And I do wish that for everyone here watching the video and just people in general, but that's not always the case. Some people were born from the start with health problems. Some people, it adds up in their life throughout age, throughout their life going by, you know what I mean? But once you're dead, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. So when people say he died so young, he's missed out so much on life, maybe he missed out on bad things that could have possibly happened if he kept living. You'll never know. People don't look at it that way. People always look at it the other way, you know? Maybe if he would have kept living, something bad would have happened to the point where, thank God, now he's dead and he never have to experience that type of suffering that might have just happened if he would have kept going, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. But truthfully, what I'm trying to get out of all of this is there's truly nothing to miss when you die here. Me, like I said, I said this in my video, me, when I die, I want my finger, if possible, to be like this in the casket. If possible. If not, whatever. But I swear to God, dude, that's how I literally want my body to look. I want my finger like this. In other words, saying, finally fucking out of this prison. Finally out of this booby trap that I ain't asked to ever be in. That sadly I just fell in. And now I finally escaped it by, you know, dying. So that's what that saying would basically mean by me going like this in the casket, you know. Can't really show you that good because I'm holding the camera with the other hand, but you get what I'm trying to say. That's how I literally would want to be laid to rest as, with my finger like that. I kid you not. But yeah, that's the honest truth. But anyway, guys, I am gonna wrap it up for now. I hope this video helped. I hope the person that asked for this request is satisfied. And yeah, we'll be uploading more soon. Keep leaving them requests down below. We'll be trying to make as much as I can whenever I get the chance. So yeah, I try to screenshot as much as I can, and once, you know, I obviously make the requests of what the person asked me to do, I do delete it after, so I don't get mixed up and end up, let's say, sounding like an idiot repeating the same request that I already did, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, guys, I do love you all for now, man, and yeah, hope everyone tries to hang in there as best as possible. I know I always say that, and it's not easy, but I'm trying to do it, so I want to have confidence in you people to try to do it as well. And yeah, peace out for now, guys. Love you all, man.